I was holding my husband's 500k. I just got up one morning and I'm like, you know what, I didn't even tell him. I just said, I'm taking this money and I'm investing it in a bail business. I don't care whether it works or it does not work. I bought a huge bail. And so I had a job at STV. Oh my God. I had to train us. I did not like it at all. I saw Sisi Yemi, Funkeng Dolly, Banso Diva. Yeah. So I was like, wow, that I just got deep into the thing, and that's how I started my channel. Basically, that's how I just started my YouTube.
Every woman has a story, and here her voice is where we share them. Stories of resilience, ambition, and success. My name is Lorraine Shu, and I'm your host. Today, we're having an amazing guest. Her name is Kenna. I call her Mommy K, and she's a mom, entrepreneur, and content creator. Welcome to the show, Mommy K.
Thank you, Lorraine.
It's really nice to have you. I'm just so happy to have this conversation with you today.
I'm happy to have you too.
Okay. So, when I say you're a mom, entrepreneur, and content creator, I'm already overwhelmed because I understand already, where you're coming from. But I want us to take it back to where it all started. I want you to share with us your educational background, your career journey up onto where you are today.
Oh well. If someone told me I'll be sitting in a shop, first of all, selling stuff, I wouldn't believe that, because growing up Cameroonian, first of all, I never saw myself I didn't have a dream. Okay, I dream to be this and this. In our country, you know very well, it's difficult for you to say, I'm going to be this, and then it's just like we're going to school to survive. Wherever you find yourself at the end of the day, you find yourself, it's just to make money and survive. So I was one of those people, but when I was in, I think, upper seat, they brought these counselors to come and counsel us about what you can do when you go to the university. And by then, funny enough, I was in upper seat, but I still did not have a plan I'm going to do this when I go to the university. So the counselor came and he spoke on journalism and mass communication. I just got drawn to it and I was like, that's what I want to do. Funny enough, my cousin was the head at the journalism and mass communication department in the University of Boy at that point. So I did it. I had my points. He just guided me and I applied. They took me.
I just want to ask you one question.
Yeah.
What did the counselor say that really made you to want to do journalism and mass communication?
I don't know. It just sounded sweet to me. If you tell me what exactly he said, they talked about all the other courses, but when he talked about that one, how people can work on the radio, you do newspaper, I was just like, I like it. I already like it. Okay. I forgot about the fact that I'm a shy person, and so I got into it the first year, just in class, nothing. Second year, I think, when we're going now for our first internship, that's when I started feeling like I don't think this thing is for me, because it was difficult. I am shy. I don't like attention on me. So we had to actually either go to a radio station or a newspaper. I was just so I decided to play it safe and I stayed in school and I worked with the school newspaper. The third year, you still had to go for another internship. I still played around it and I stayed in the school radio station. I was just so scared of applying for a TV station or anything like that. And we did everything, finished from school, and I started looking for work. At that point, I really did not still want anything to do with the journalism thing, but all the opportunities I had were just journalism. So I had a job at STV. Oh my God. A lot of people don't understand, because they're like, you do YouTube videos. But when I started at STV, they took me as the main host for their morning show. Yeah. But they had to train us, since most of us were coming from school and all that. They had to train us. I did not like it at all. I would sweat each time I have to go in front of the camera. Every day I felt that same way, and I was just like, no, I don't. this thing is not for me. But because of the money, I was still there. But I really, if there was a way for me to just be at the background, I liked going out, doing the reports, writing them, recording them, but I did not like that part to have to be in front of the camera with, because you did journalism, I'm sure you understand. You sit there and there are like 50 people
watching you,
lights on you. Oh my God. And you're just thinking, those live programs, you're thinking, oh, if I make one mistake. So it just used to it was stressing me out so much. But when I got married, before I got married, I got laid off because we went there for an extended internship. So the internship came to an end. So I just came back home and I'm like, okay, since I'm getting married, let me concentrate on marriage, and then from there I'll see if I'm going back, but I'll go more to corporate communication because being a journalist is not for me. The pay is not that good. So that was how I was looking at things. But getting married, the children just started coming in, and I'm like, okay, let me have one. After one, I'm going to go back. I go back out there, I still don't get anything. I'm just like, let me just have all my children. And I found myself, and at that point I'm in the house. I'm always with my kids, morning, afternoon, evening. I'm just with the kids in the house, and I'm just like, what else can I do? At that point, my sister was like, she wants to do business in Cameroon, so she says she's going to buy things and send for me to be selling. So that's what I was doing. And then, because I loved cooking and I wanted to improve on my cooking as well and learn how to cook new things, I went to YouTube, and that's how I found, because all through I knew YouTube was for music, watching music videos and all that. I didn't know a lot about YouTube. Somebody recommended that I should go to YouTube and try to get recipes. And when I went there, that's when I started watching, and then I discovered a lot of YouTubers. I saw Sisi Yemi, Funkeng Dolly, Banso Diva. So I was like, wow, that I just got deep into the thing, and that's how I started my channel. Basically, that's how I just started my YouTube. I was still doing my business, YouTube, but the business part, I really did not like it because I have never really been that person that is good with money. So it would stress me a lot, and then people would tend to owe you, and I was just like, I don't want to do this. I was concentrating on YouTube. YouTube was going well, but as you know, for the past years, YouTube is like, with the coming of TikTok and short form content, YouTube has been. So though the YouTube was going well at one point, YouTube started going down. So I'm like, what do I do to survive? I'm always on survival mode. I don't like just sitting doing nothing. So I'm like, okay, what else can I do? I love decorating. I started doing party decorations. But when people don't trust you, they don't trust you, because I'm new in the thing. I did not have a lot of equipment. So it's difficult. It was kind of difficult to have a lot of customers. And then with poverty as well, a lot of people are not decorating anymore. Many people want to do their parties on their own. I got some things, but it really was not going. I started doing money bouquets. I still do them. Money bouquets, gift baskets. I like surprising people generally. And while I was doing all this, I was still doing personal shopping, because even though I stopped selling clothes that my sister sent, a lot of people would still trust what I give them. So a lot of people reach out to me and tell me, oh, I want this thing, Kenna, can you get it for me, and all that. So I would still do that, and I was just doing everything, basically managing. And then I used to hold my husband's money. Last year, I woke up and I was like, I'm tired. Nothing is going. Decoration business is not going. Every other thing is just slow. YouTube, everything was slow. And I started finding out about getting bills from China to sell. I was holding my husband's 500K. I just got up one morning and I'm like, you know what, I didn't even tell him. I just said, I'm taking this money and I'm investing it in a bill business. I don't care whether it works or it does not work. I bought a huge bill. And I was worried. I was not sleeping. It took like 2 months to come here. I was not sleeping for all that while. I was so scared. I'm like, oh my God, I hope this thing works. When it came, on that day, I just did a little video. I'm like, let me just film myself taking this bill. I put it out there, and that video blew up. I got like 6 million views on TikTok from that video. That is what just, in fact, brought me here, because a lot of people were buying. A lot of people wanted to pay for information. That's how I just gathered my money, and I was like, okay, it's like, this is where God is pushing me to. I've been running away from it and going back, and because no matter what, people always trust me when it comes to clothes, shoes, shop for their kids. People always trust me with that. So I'm like, okay, maybe God is telling me to go this way. And here I am. I truly cannot complain. It's true. What I used to do, I still love it. I still do those things. But now my main focus is here. So that's how we got here.
Wow, that's such a roller coaster. Like moving from being a journalist
I
to
know.
selling this and that, you know. But as we were just explaining this story now, one thing that intrigued me was, you know, your restlessness when it came to being like a wife. You said, you know, midway you got married, like your early career level, you got married, like when you were just leaving STV, you got
Exactly.
into marriage.
Yeah.
But while you were in marriage, you were still very conscious of yourself, that no, I have to do this and that. You know, even though you stayed at home with the kids for some time, you were still very willing. So I just want to find out, like, how, like, I'm a mom and I'm struggling. Like, I
Yeah.
actually had to give up on my career for some time because I was like, I don't know how to divide my time. So how are you able to balance, you know, being a mom to your kids, being a wife to your husband,
Yeah.
and still striving to be Kenna that everybody knows?
I prioritized help. At the beginning, I was like, I don't need help. I can do this. So I was struggling and I was drowning, and I discovered that no, I need help. So each time anybody will ask for, they want to help me, I'm like, please, I'm drowning, come and help me. I prioritize that. Not just help from family, but also look for somebody who could come and help me in the house. That would give me a little time to just, I was determined. Give me time. Like, even if it's 2 hours I have in one day, I know that I've decided to do something. I'm going to go ahead and do it. That's just what works for me. And I feel like some people tell me I'm passionate about being a mom. So I don't know. It just goes easily for me. It just goes easily because I can remember a few days ago, I'm talking to my friend on the phone. While I'm talking, I was cooking. And my friend was just like, Kenna, you are so passionate about, you're doing it the way you're cleaning with a smile on your face. It's like you love it. I don't know. Maybe it's because I enjoy doing it. I don't know. But help. And I'm one of those people, if I say I want to do this, no matter how hard it is, I try to pull through with it. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to content creation. You know, before content creation has become what it has become now, you know, I there was a high moment for you. What is that one thing that made you to stay on content creation for the time that you stayed in? You are still into content creation.
Yeah.
You know, you're just going through like a transition phase now.
Exactly.
But at that time when content creation was what it was to you, what kept you going, and what was that one moment that you felt like, wow, I'm going to be a content creator forever?
I think it's the passion. I love, like, that's something I don't joke with. I love content creation. That's something that makes me happy. It was like my getaway, my space, my thing for me, right? It was just that thing for me. I love content creation so much. I get emotional when I even talk about it. So it was just like my getaway place, something that I do for myself. And the fact that people will reach out to me and tell me, oh, Kenna, this video that you put out about this touched me, it helped me to this, it helped me. That's just what kept me going, and that's what till today keeps me going. Because especially my mom content, that's what I'm most passionate about. I love talking about motherhood. That's something I love talking about. I love talking about the experience. I'm constantly talking about my kids to people and all that. I like getting ideas from people. So seeing that I'd created a platform that mothers could come and get knowledge and share their own experiences, and we could help each other, that's what just kept me going. And I'm like, you know what, I'm definitely not stopping this, because it's something that I'm really passionate about and it really makes me happy.
Okay, and then did you face, like, what are some major challenges that you faced while you were doing content creation, and how did you overcome them? Because you overcame them.
No, I'm not.
You've not.
There are some that I feel like I've not overcome the path of growth. I feel I put in a lot of work, but when I look at my social media, I'm not seeing it like that. But why are you? I don't see it like that. I feel like I put in a lot of work.
And you're not getting results.
I'm not getting enough results. That's the hardest thing for me. I don't really have a problem shooting content, editing, and all that. No. For me, since it's something I'm really passionate about, the ideas are always there. It's always coming in. I'm always ready to edit my videos. It's been a sweet ride, except for the part of growth and money. I really want money. No, even without the money, yes, I'll still create content, but I feel like that's the hardest part for me, the part that I feel like I used to put in a lot of work, but I would not have the results. A lot of people know me, a lot of people recognize me. I feel like, okay, that one at least makes me feel better that you're touching so many people and many people are recognizing you and recognizing that you're doing this thing. But when it comes to my numbers,
you're not really.
Yeah, I'm unimpressed.
So let's go a little bit deeper. Let's go a little bit deeper, you know. So with the way you're explaining things, you're putting in so much effort and you're not getting the result. Have you ever gotten to that point where you're like, Kenna, you're not enough? Like, you know, have you ever felt like self-doubt, like, you know, felt down and out, like, okay, I'm just going to drop this because, okay, maybe I'm not doing enough?
No, I've never felt like I'm going to drop this because I'm not doing enough. I've had the self-doubt a lot of times. I can just come to Lorraine's channel, but I'm like, is this not Lorraine growing? What is she doing different? I'm constantly on other people's channels and I'm like, but I'm doing the same thing that these people are doing. Is it just that I'm boring? But I always used to feel like maybe I'm not deep enough, maybe I'm not intelligent enough, maybe that's why people don't like to watch my videos. I don't know. So sometimes when people are like, I gained something from your video, I'm so happy because I'm like, really? I'm that smart? Because that's one thing I have struggled with almost all my life, when I feel like, oh, maybe you're not that smart. Maybe it's because you're not that smart. That's why people are not.
Don't think that. You know, let me tell you one thing. I have my sister who is in the US. She watches your content.
Aww.
I mean, she basically sleeps in your content. She's like, oh Lord, okay, Kenna has done this. You know, she knows so much about you. And the thing about sharing content is that you're sharing little bits of yourself, and you're creating yourself friends. You have like, I think she's your friend.
I know. Friend. When they see me, they're so familiar. Kenna, and I'm like,
okay. I understand you've not figured out everything yet, but what is one content creation mistake that you advise, you know, anyone who is about to start content creation? Especially like, okay, I'm sure there are many women who are going to be watching this video who are probably like maybe housewives and they're not doing anything because they're in that phase of, you know, nurturing their child, you know, bearing children and all of that. What's that one mistake that you tell them that, okay, when it comes to content creation, if you want to venture into it, you know, as a way to keep yourself going during this season of your life, don't do this? Or maybe just a general content creation mistake, what would that be?
For me, it's going to be that don't start something that you are not passionate about or you don't love, because I feel like a lot of people begin their content creation journey with things that, oh, somebody's just like, I want to make money, I want people to know me, and they want something, a niche that is popular enough so that they can have in the numbers. When you don't get the numbers, you're going to get discouraged. I feel if you want to start, go for something you're passionate about. I know some people will not agree with me because they're always coming down on me. Kenna, it's not about passion, it's about making money. I feel like even if it's about making money, if you're doing something that you don't love, you easily let go if it's not working. Because I feel that's what kept me going. Since I was passionate about it, I keep going. If it was about the money, and I would have dropped it ever since.
That's true.
Yeah, so for me, it's about go for something that you're passionate about, something that you enjoy doing. Yes, for me, it could be motherhood content. For you, it could be news, information, and things like that. I tried that on my other channel, but I'm really struggling because it's not my thing. Yeah, it's not my thing.
Yeah.
So just go in for something that you know you are really passionate about and you really like. Don't just go in for anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go a little bit behind again. If you could go back to that young Kenna who just, you know, got out from the university and she was trying to figure out what her life was going to look like, what will you tell her? What will you tell that young Kenna who was at STV, or maybe before going to STV, what will you tell her even?
I'll just be like, follow your guts. If people trust you with this thing, just go ahead and do the thing. And I'll also tell her, start a YouTube channel now, because I feel like I always complain about that. Like, get more information. When you see something you don't understand, look for more information. Because if I had known about YouTube way before.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even want to know. Imagine where I'd have been now. I feel like I found out about YouTube a little late when I did not have a lot of time to just explore, because I feel like if I had started earlier, I'll be somewhere bigger. So I'll just tell the younger Kenna, kindly do more research.
Yeah.
If you see something and you don't understand, find out. Just get more information.
Who are some women that have inspired, or maybe like their lives have inspired your journey so far?
Really? If I say nobody has inspired me. I'll only talk about, I just think Sisi Yemi, because she was the one who made me start YouTube. Yeah, that is the only person I can think about. I'm not that person that grabs inspiration from people like that, if I may say so. Yeah, I would say my mom as well.
Yeah,
Because my mom
definitely.
she's a very strong and passionate woman, hardworking. I feel like me always putting my hands in different places is because of my mom. I saw my mom doing all kinds of things when I was really young. My mom was more of a she was a housewife for years till we came to Boya. So from when I was like 5 till I was 13 or 14, 15, my mom was a stay-at-home mom. So I'd see her today, she's selling chips, tomorrow she's doing jewelry, tomorrow she was always doing something. So I feel like that's where I got that from. So yeah.
All right, Monkey, thank you so much. Like, we can go on and on and on, but as we're drawing towards the close of this conversation, I just want to find out from you, like, so what's next for you? What are your plans? You know, maybe you can share some of them with us.
I don't have a lot of plans, honestly. I'm just trying to grow. Right now, my biggest plan is to grow this business. I've seen a lot of potential in the business I'm doing now. So that's my biggest plan. That's what I'm concentrating on, to just grow it while doing videos for fun for YouTube. I've just decided to remove my heart from the financial part on YouTube because it's not really going. And then I'm also trying to empower more women, because with this business I got to discover a lot. Like, there's really poverty. Sometimes you say it, but you don't understand. I do this bail business, and my cheapest bill is like 65,000. And I have girls reaching out to me every day asking me a price for a bill. When I tell them they cannot afford it, 65,000, that you look at it like, but it's just 65,000. Some of them cannot even afford half. When I tell them, okay, I can buy half and you buy half, 30,000, they cannot come up with it. So I got to understand that, okay, there's really poverty out there, and a lot of young women are struggling to make it. Most of the things I've sold, almost everything I got here, it's not by my strength alone. I have ladies who reach out to me and they just take pictures of the things they sell, they make a little money from it. So one thing I want to do is try to empower. I want to try to encourage some of these women to be able to start their own little businesses and grow in any way I can. Honestly, I don't know how I'm going to do that, because it's still hard for me, but that's something I'm trying to do. Like, my birthday is coming up in a few weeks. I plan on helping 2 people to start their own business. So, yeah.
Okay, talking about women empowerment, I'm going to ask you to give some tips. And I'm sure most of the people who are reaching out are mostly moms. Are they moms?
Not necessarily. It's a mixture of girls that finish school, some people IDPs. It's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what will you tell them, you know, for like when it comes to becoming independent? Because the whole point of empowerment is, you know, having a woman to be able to, you know, cater for her needs without waiting for, you know, the next person to help them. So what will you, like, just give them like some inspiration, some tips, something to look onto?
Yes, I'll begin by saying no amount is too small. I've seen girls who have come with 10,000 francs. They're like, grandson, I don't have anything. This is all I have. I'll pick what I can pick, and I'll, okay, go and start. No amount is too small to start a little business. It's very necessary to have your own source of income. Even if you're like, okay, I want to start a business and I don't even have anything, do something. I'm always like, do something, even if it means to go and be a maid for 3 months to gather your pay and start something if you want to be independent. Because I also see a lot of women who are it's almost like they don't want to do anything. They just want things given to them. A lot of them are just sitting. Some of them will write to me and they're like, please help me with money. And I'm like, why should I help you with money? When, if you're smart, you come and ask me, please, can you give me things for me to go and sell? Oh, I've seen that. So I'll just tell you, first of all, that no amount is small. If you have a dream, don't just go only for, okay, I want to be a tailor. You're just going straight for it. I'll tell you to, if there are other ways, you don't have money to start that, do any other thing that you can do to gather yourself and then you get the dream. Don't just sit there and you're hoping that, oh, what I want is just going to come easily. Yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
This conversation has really been amazing, and I know somebody out there is going to be inspired by this conversation that we just had today. So how can we support you?
First of all, come and buy. Come and buy from me. Okay, yeah. My shop is situated in Ancien Route Bonaberry, behind Afrigas. I also sell, I do wholesale, I do retail, I buy bills for people. So if you want any of those, and I also encourage people abroad, because I have a lot of people abroad who say they want to support their families but they don't want to give them the money. So you can work with me. You can send the money to me, I buy the bill, and then I just deliver the bill to your family member. Yes, if you have somebody that you want to help like that, you can always do that. You can also follow me on my social media. Please go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I know I'm saying that is for fun, but I still love YouTube so much. Yeah. I have 2 channels. Yes, Kenna K and the Mom Plug. So it depends on what you like. You can just subscribe and be watching. What else? Yes, if you also want to surprise your loved ones, be it an engagement, be it your lover and your mom, I do surprises of all kinds. Like if you want a money bouquet, if you want a basket, if you want me to organize an event, if you want decorations. Don't say that I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. No. I'm good at everything I do. Everything I decide to do, I do it, and I do it very well. I dedicate my time to it. So yeah, that's just it.
All right, Mom Key, thank you so much for coming to hear her voice.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you so much for tuning in to today's show. It was really an honor to have you, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.